Hey guys, it's just me again. Hang on, That's good. Okay. Um, I wanted to make a video. I just, usually when I'm going through something really bad, I kind of get quiet. I don't come on as much, but I just had to come on. Today's been really bad. Um, Not as much symptom wise, though. I've had horrible pain in my mouth. Um, it's either my bad teeth or the benzo withdrawal, or could be both. You know, benzo withdrawal has ruined my teeth anyway. Um, but I just came on here because I needed to talk about why I think it's my fault. What happened to my aunt shouldn't have happened. It was, man, this should never have happened. But I think it was my fault, and I'm gonna state why I think it was. And the reason I'm doing it, it will just make me feel better if I do it. My mom's asleep, so I'm speaking low again. So I apologize if I sound like I'm whispering, but I can't. I don't want to wake her up. She had a tough night. She didn't have a good day today, and I can see why. Come on. Um, the arrangements and everything are Thursday. I'll be glad to get that over with. It's at 10 in the morning, so I just want to get it over with so bad. Oh my God. Just pray for us, guys. It's a terrible day. But I wanted to talk about why I think it's my fault. I got sick. I was supposed to go July the 1st to um, to a deal with a speeding ticket because of a stupid cop, uh, that gave me a ticket back in February. And of course, we had to wait till July to deal with them all. So I was supposed to go there, but the day before, I had been going places without my mask. I have to kind of confess this. I know I'm going to get yelled at, I deserve it. I did wrong. It seemed like we had so few cases, I felt like we were one of the minor places. And it's my fault, I shouldn't have done it. But I did, and I went inside our local bar, the one you've seen on the videos. I only went into one of them. I didn't go into any others, but I went into one of them. And I don't know if I caught anything there. It says it can take days before you have symptoms. So I could have had the virus and not had symptoms. I don't know. I think I've had COVID at least 2 times, really. But like mild symptoms, But I got really sick. I got sick on, like I said, I went on June the 31st. I went to downtown. I'd go to the same places, our local mall. It's not real big. It's about to go out of business anyway, but our local mall, like a strip mall that's a little bit away from the mall. I went there, and that's about it. About 3 stores total. And I went into our local mall that day because it was raining. It started raining outside, so I felt like I had to get in. And I went inside, and I don't remember how long I was there, but I went in without the mask, and I got sick. I don't remember how long it was when I walked outside, but I had that heavy feeling, the feeling of being clogged in your head, and the feeling of the droopiness, and the itchy nose, the burny nose. I had all of that. And then the next day we went to I didn't tell Mom. The next day we went to the courthouse where we had to go to take care of the ticket. I did that. Then we left and went to a restaurant to eat, and I ate, and we came home, and I slept that whole day. Um, I was so worn out. I was so fatigued and so sick. I had not said anything, and I left and I went home. Me and her got home, and I slept the whole day, literally the whole day. Like, I was so out of it. I was very sick. Um, I got up the next day, and I didn't feel great, but I felt a little better. And symptoms persisted, but they got a little bit better with a cold tablets. And then a couple of days later, my mom started feeling weird. She wasn't severe, but she didn't feel good, definitely. And what was bad was my aunt had to have surgery, sciatic nerve pain she was having, and her daughter and her son couldn't take her up there. They said they couldn't take her to an hour away from where we live. That's where she had to go. And my mom took her. Of course, they drove an hour to get there, and then they got back home. And I don't know how long it took for my aunt to get sick, but my mom started getting sick, and by the 4th of July, she went to the emergency room. I drove her to the emergency room. And they never tested her for COVID, believe it or not. I remember that was the first thing I asked her, do you have COVID? And they didn't test her. We didn't know, until after she left. I didn't know it. Mom didn't say, but we left that night. But she was there 3 hours at our stupid hospital. I don't want to even get into it about that hospital, but she left, got home that night. And I remember I said, well, did at the hospital, I said, did they test? Did you test for COVID? And she said, "Oh no, I'm fine." That I was okay. And I thought she meant that she had tested and that she was fine. And I thought, wow, okay, we're good then. Let's just go home. So I didn't think anything of it. Thought she just had a cold. Went home, and this is hard to talk about. Like I said, I'm not going to keep these videos up. It's something I can't talk about, but like leaving it up. But she got home, and of course, a couple of days went by. She was still sick, just couldn't get better, and finally, she went to the emergency room. They put her in my sister took her. They put her in the hospital. She was gone for about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5, but definitely 2 weeks. I was a basket case during that time, trying to keep the house clean. I had to pay bills, washing the dishes, everything I didn't like. I hated it. It was so horrible. Everything was so bad those 2 weeks. And then I had called my aunt. She had helped. And, the one that got sick, and everything was going good. And then she ended up going to the hospital because at first she said she was fine. She was going to quarantine. And then she went to the hospital. I think maybe a day or 2 days. I didn't know exactly when she went in. And said she was having a fever, that she was doing okay. They were doing okay. Well, she went in, and of course I'm worried about Mom because I didn't know how she was doing. And her symptoms were really, hers were my mom's were nausea, like stomach pains, and just a feeling of just dizziness, that kind of thing. And I wasn't worried death-wise, but I was worried just how sick she was. And, of course, I kept up with her at first. And then I called a couple of days later. And And I said, okay, Mom, how you doing? And I said, well, I'll call Louise and see how my aunt, excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say her name, but that's her name. But I said, I'll call my aunt and see how she's doing. Well, don't do that. She's on a ventilator. And of course, I just sunk. And I went, oh no. And of course, at the time, we weren't severely worried, but nothing went right. Nothing did. Um, she went up and down. Her blood pressure went up and down. She had blood pressure problems. She took a lot of pills in her life, like mental stuff. And she was up and down during those weeks. She was always on the ventilator. And they said that her lungs would improve a little bit. Like her chest x-ray, she improved a little bit one day. And then maybe a few days later, she improved a little bit again. So we were hopeful, you know. And then she took a real bad turn. And they kept having to, they'd lower her ventilator to 70 and leave her there, and she'd do okay. And then she'd have to go back up again. And it was so stressful, you know. And finally, she had a real bad spell about 3 days ago. And I woke up on the couch. It was funny. I couldn't sleep, you know. So funny, so weird. I wasn't able to rest or sleep. And I remember Mom said, I looked over and I woke up and Mom was sitting there, and I said, I always slept with rain sounds to help me relax in the living room. And I said, Mom, if that's bothering you, you can cut that off. And she looked over and she was kind of teary eyed, and she said, Louis, your aunt, she's not going to make it. And I jumped up and I went, oh no, 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 like that. And I just sank. And then they said they were going to just unplug the ventilator, and she died within minutes. And the nurse said she was holding her hand when she died. The problem is, I got sick first, as far as we know. I got sick first. I think Mom got it from me. And then Louise got it from us. It's all my fault. I could be wrong, and it is possible that I'm wrong. It's possible that my aunt got it from somewhere else. One time, her and her daughter had gone to a restaurant. Of course, they were eating. I'm sure, obviously, you got to eat without a mask. But I don't know. I think it was me. And it's just been so hard, guys, to live with. Not doing well. I don't know how you get over this. I mean, thank God my mom was okay. Like one of the commenters said, thank God she was okay. I'm so thankful that she was okay. It was a nightmare. This month, the month of July, was so horrible. My birthday was on the 19th. It was a terrible birthday. This whole month has just been a nightmare. It's like I can't wake up. And I feel so bad for my aunt because it was my fault. She was 73. And it's all my fault. Every bit of it. I never meant to hurt anybody, but I did wrong. Now, I wasn't the only person that did wrong. Members of my family weren't really doing right. My friends, they weren't doing right. Family members weren't doing right. They weren't wearing masks and doing really what they should, but I wasn't neither. And I paid for it. I didn't pay for it. My aunt paid for it. I was wrong. And all I can say, I can't, I can't bring her back. I can't do anything. I miss her. She was nice. There's nothing I can do now. She had a daughter and a son, and I don't know, guys. I've just been nuts all day long. I've been running all over the place. I just couldn't sit home. I finally came home and started having horrible benzo symptoms, pain in my mouth, and I'm just crying and going, why, God, why? And I don't know why. I'm kind of angry with God. I can't, I'm so angry with God. I don't know what to say to my aunt. If she could hear me now, I'm sure she can. When her grave is finished, I'm going to go up there when nobody's there and apologize for everything that happened. I know it doesn't matter. She can't hear me and it can't bring her back. I have to say my goodbyes. It was my fault. It was all my fault. Try not to cry. I've cried all day. I'm so sorry. I wish God had just took me. I really do. I'll just get a little water in, okay? Because the reason I wish he took me, my aunt had children, grandchildren, and now great grandchildren. What do I have? I'm old. I have no wife. I have no kids. So obviously no grandkids and no great grandkids. The only one that really cares about me now that's alive today is my mom. That's it. Nobody else cares. And I mean that in as negative a way as I could say it. They don't care. All the good people that love me are dead. They're all gone. I'm so miserable. I'm just in hell. And I know I can't apologize to them. They're in hell tonight. Her son and her daughter. It's not their fault. I don't know what to say, but her name was Louise, and like I said, I'm not going to leave this up here for very long. I don't want anybody in the family to see it. And, they've been through enough. But Louise, if you could hear me, your son, if he can hear me, if they ever do say it, I really don't want them seeing it, but if they do, to her daughter, to her son, to her, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone. I didn't do what they said, and I was wrong. It's funny that my symptoms were very mild. I was sick, but I mean, it was never death or hospitalization. It was nothing like that. I just didn't feel well. I figure the reason I may have also caught it was because the benzo withdrawal has made my immune system so weak. And, I catch everything. I mean, it's all my fault. I don't know what I was doing. It's all my fault. I've been doing nothing but eating. and eating nothing but, I know you can't see it probably, but see if I can hold it. Junk food and just doing nothing but. See if that makes it a little bit better. Sorry, guys. I tried to make it as bright as I could. I'd forgotten I had that down. I mean, you can see I'm eating junk food. I've just been doing this all day. Things like that. You know, what do? You know, it's so bad. I just made this video. I don't even know why I really did it. Just, boy. I don't know. I didn't mean to hurt anybody, but I did. Like I said, I'm very sorry. Sorry to my aunt. Sorry to her 2 children and grandchildren and great grandchildren. I'm sorry to my mom, who I worry about now. She's the only one left of her family. She doesn't have any sisters now. They're both gone. She doesn't have her parents. I sure miss her. My aunt. And it's my fault. I can't blame anybody else. It's been a nightmare. I'll probably just leave this up for maybe a day or two. I'm fixing to take the others down, the other videos down, but boy, it's unbelievable. It's been one of the worst days of my life. It's been the worst last 3 weeks of my life. The last 3 years have been horrible. I'm just laying here on the couch. It's 3 o'clock, almost 2:30 in the morning. Can't sleep. Well, I'm getting tired. I may be able to sleep here in a little while. Excuse me. Guess I am getting tired, huh? But I think of her. I think of her kids. They don't have their mom. I just don't understand. I mean, I'm thankful that my mom didn't get real sick, but she was nothing like her. I mean, mom didn't have that happen. She did okay. It's unbelievable, man. It's just a nightmare. And it's all my fault. I can't blame anybody else. I just wanted to say to my aunt, I love you. Wherever you are, I hope you're happy. I hope that you're in peace. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I never meant to. I never meant to hurt anyone, but I did. Now I've got to get through this, and now they got to get through this. Now my mom has to get through this. I appreciate anybody that watches this video. I appreciate all you guys that are there for me and through these times. I mean, I can't blame anybody but myself. Yeah, I know everybody else was breaking the rules too, but so was I. I can't say anything. I'm so sorry. Love you guys. Never met anybody any harm. I'm so sorry to everyone that I hurt. Sorry for the delay. I just kind of blanked there for a minute. I just apologize to everyone. It wasn't right. It was wrong. And it was my fault. I can't blame anybody but me. I have to believe that, the Bible, I go through so much hell. I mean, like I said, just think of all that I've been through so far. And in just the last 3 years, much less before. Um, Obviously, autism, which I've, you know, had for most of my life, if not my whole life. I figured that it was since I was at least 3 years old. Um, Benzo withdrawal, which I got 10 years ago, and then it flared back up 2.5 years ago. I broke my shoulder about a year and a half ago. This one here, and it gives me a fit sometimes. I and then I get COVID-19 and give it to my family. And one of them passes away. Man, what else, man? What else? I don't know what to say. All I can say to everybody that got affected is I'm sorry. But it's funny with God. I feel like Job sometimes. Sometimes, I feel like him a lot. And Satan presented himself before God and wanted to hurt Job, which he did. He destroyed him. Um, as much as God would let him. But it, I don't know. He, finally blessed him in the end, but he put Job through a lot of hell for nothing. And, in the New Testament it said that Satan wanted to sift the apostles like wheat, which it meant, that he wanted to just abuse them from pillar to post. And Jesus said, that he prayed for them, that their faith would hang on, that they would endure the hell, and be faithful to the end. I don't know. My life has been just one endless hell. That's all it's been. It's never been any good. I can't think of one time in my life when things were good. Now they're real bad. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this thing. How do I let it go? It's not because I'm not wrong. I'm wrong, but I have to let it go. I can't live with the guilt. It'll eat me away. How do I deal with it? I know I've got it, but I don't know how. How to endure the suffering. Well, guys, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I really don't have anything else to say. This video was a lot longer than I meant for it to be. It was a video I needed to make. I hope people see it and they understand it, follow the advice. Please wear your mask. Please. Especially if you're going to be around elderly people. I guess I'll go ahead and get off here, guys. This has been a terrible day. I just kind of want to get to myself and sit here. Guys, take care. Have a good day. Pray for me because I'm going to definitely need it. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.